I think it was a big mistake to have buried this young man hurriedly. Now, I think the right thing is about to be done now
Yes.
to know at least what killed him.
I don't know why they had to hurriedly bury him. Um, I just don't understand because he's a Christian. Even in one of those videos, he was even in church to give testimony and say that he's become a changed person and all that. So there's no reason to bury him that early. You died the next day, you've already buried him. Why? But I know that just as the police spokesperson for Lagos State, Benjamin Hundeyin, said, if there is the need to exhume his remains so that a proper autopsy can be done, he will not hesitate to do it. When a matter needs thorough investigation as this one, the autopsy is usually conducted on the death, even if the person had been buried. Remember the case of that student, the one who, in Ilefe, who died in that hotel. They had to exhume the corpse and do the needful. And you know, this is similar in terms of the horridness. In terms of the horror that attended his burial, it's a similar case. When people are still wondering what led to his death, you can't hurriedly go and bury the guy like that. So I think it was wrong to bury him hurriedly, but I'm confident that the police will eventually have to get his corpse exhumed so that an autopsy can be done. I also like what the Lagos State governor has done by seeking to expand the investigation by bringing in the DSS. I think it is strategic because the DSS, whether we like the DSS or not, in many ways they are more credible than some of our security agencies because they are not open to manipulation the way some of the security agencies are. I'm not mentioning any security agency now because you see some people boasting openly that, look, the matter, nobody can do anything. This matter has been thoroughly dealt with. It's not that easy to say that about the DSS. They have not exposed themselves too much to the civil populace or even to the politicians and entertainers the way some of the security agencies have done. My worry is if this boy, as we said yesterday, if this boy wrote a letter, wrote a petition on his letterhead detailing harassment.
Yes, I'm mentioning names of
mentioning names. We failed him as a nation by not responding to the pains that he was going through. There are some of those artists today are full of regret because a lot of people knew what he was going through, how he was being stopped from performing at events, how the former label owner did his best to frustrate him, make life unbearable for him to the point that he became depressed and was even thinking of committing suicide. You had Bella Shmurda, one of the musicians, one of our young musicians, has already spoken about how he tried to commit suicide, how he tried to jump down. I just know that at the end of the day, lessons will be learned. Nigerians will have an idea of how he died, whether it is cardiac arrest or whatever. At least the investigation should be able to.
Not just.
Yes. And I'm happy too that you look at even the Senate. The Senate is sending a team down tomorrow, led by Senator Elisha Abu, who is of the Senate Youth Committee, Youth and Sports, to commiserate with the family, meet the family one-to-one, and then see how they can be of help. And even in Abuja, what's the place called? Fountain Park. There will be the Youth Council of Nigeria is organizing a candlelight procession for him. In a long time, Nigerians have not been pained about the death of an individual like this, but it reminds me of Bimpe Adekola's death many years ago. See the procession. She died of natural causes, but it really pained young people and other categories of Nigerians, and they flooded the streets on the day of our burial to show their love. It's clear that this boy in death has become hugely popular beyond the shores of our country. In Akute, somebody wanted to play the DJ at Joe's Bar. The bar is just very close to the road. He tried to play Naira Marley music. He should be lucky that his life is still there. People are very angry. Seeing those videos, they've literally made up their mind that this is how he died. No one has the right to say that Naira Marley killed this guy without evidence. But it's the fact that there was this deep animosity between them, for some time, that is making people to be angry and all that.